So as a consumer, I'm thinking, okay, I have a lesser credit score and a higher debt to income ratio that probably will equate to a higher interest rate. Should I wait until all of those things kind of align, or should I purchase now and maybe refinance later? What are your thoughts on that?
It's buy now.
Hey, I'm Sierra from Regal. I'm here with Lyons Financial to talk about financing today. Thanks for coming in, Joe.
Hey, nice to be here. Great.
Some of the things we wanted to talk about today is what customers need to know in order to get that dream pool in their backyard.
That's a great question, Sierra. I think a couple of things is one is customers always thinking, can I afford a pool before they even walk into your location? So one of the things is financing will allow them to achieve that, to be able to afford the pool and maybe even more pool than what they thought they can afford. That's what finance is going to do. More buying power for the client. And I can tell you this is when we talk about financing to the client and utilize the tools that maybe Line Financial has, we can switch that thought process from the customer to maybe I can afford a pool to I can afford a pool to maybe I can afford a little bit more pool. And that's what financing does. It just creates more buying power for the client. And as more as we learn about finance and as more we talk about it to the customer, it eases their mind and all of a sudden, oh wow, I can afford this. And the great thing about Regal Pools, with the beautiful pools that y'all have, the designers will be able to provide that pool of their dreams versus what they think they can only afford. Things like
Right.
that.
Yeah. So, how long have you been in the industry?
Oh wow! As you can see, as long no, I would say probably in the industry itself. I've been in finance for 25 plus years. I've been on the secured side, meaning on the bank side. Now on the unsecured side here with Lyon, but in between, I actually ran a pool company in Dallas. So I'm very fortunate that I have the experience of both, which really allows me to understand what you're going through or what your team goes through on a day in basis because I've experienced it.
Right.
And I think because of that, I'm able to come in and really understand the type of questions that customers might have, the type of concerns they might have, but also for the designers, give them the tools that they're going to need during those conversations and things like that. But yeah, 20 plus years
Okay.
overall, and
So, it's safe to say that you're the guy to contact for a pool loan.
I'll be the guy that be able to can talk to a client and answer their questions, and be talking about both types, and also the guy on the pool side, and the good thing is validate why Regal Pools is the best. It's not just because of the name, because hey, Mr. Customer, the great thing about Regal Pools, they one of the top 25 in the PSN. What that means is to take care of the customers. What that means is, hey, they use maybe a number 4 rebar versus number 3. Let me tell you what that means. So I can speak that language.
I love that. You touched on the fact that you've done unsecured and secure loans. Do you have a preference in regards to a pool loan?
Yeah, so what I tell customers is this, there's a big difference. Uh, the main difference is this, secure loan means that it's a loan with collateral. And in
Mm.
today's world, what that means in the pool side is a customer will put their house as collateral, meaning a lien position. And I will tell you, in today's environment, customers are kind of a little worried about that. So they're like, I don't know if I want to put a lien. They have a little bit of thoughts from the past. Unsecured, which is what Line Financial truly is with 95% of our lenders, what that means is there's no collateral, there's no lien on the property, which allows a customer to feel a little bit more comfortable knowing that they have a loan that's not tied to their house, there's no lien, we're not going to go out there and take the house away, and things like that. But
So,
that's the main difference.
yeah, what's a perk of doing an unsecured? That-
Oh, you know what? The biggest perk on that is a couple of things. The banks, which offer the secure loans, they're regulated by the government, meaning there's certain things they have to follow. For example, debt to income ratio, which we'll probably talk about in a few minutes.
Mhm.
The regular where they can't go so high. We are not regulated, so we can kind of, based on our lenders, go higher and things like that. Um, the fact that we can do more than just multiple projects with one loan versus with the bank is usually that one project that they can do. And then the other biggest thing for Lion itself is that we tend to we can go up to 30 years in a term compared to a typical bank or anybody else, no more than 20.
Okay.
So some of the little perks that we can do on that part, and then the biggest thing for us really is we are veteran owned, which means our owner is a vet. We're very big with military, and we offer military programs. So we're part of that brotherhood and sisterhood of the military.
You don't see that with many banks out there right now. I know that for a fact.
Yeah, you don't, and, being here in Houston, you have a lot of, veterans, and people like that, because they see how we take care of them, and we do, we have special programs for them,
Yeah.
which banks do not,
No.
and even some of the other companies do not have those little perks, which fortunately, we're able to offer that.
Yeah, I do love that about Lions. I did wanna talk about, in debt to income ratio and, credit scores and how those play a part,
Yeah.
and how those are different with Lions compared to other.
One of the things I talk about is the debt to income ratio, and the reason it's a huge for me, it's huge is because the number one reason for declinations over the last year has been the debt to income ratio. And the reason why is because of the economy, the way it is, people have carried their balances month over month uh, to the point now that it's impacting their debt in the ratios compared to what they make per month. That drives their credit score down, which means it's double whammy. Now you're getting hit because your debt to income is a little high. It impacts your credit score, which goes a little low. And all of a sudden, in the last few months, customers are like, man, I got a decline. What Lion has done because of the experience we've been in the business for 46 plus years, Mr. Lyon has a great network of lenders, A plus lenders, that have allowed us to increase that debt to income ratio up to 60%. And just to compare, the banks normally have no more than 42 to 45%. That's the highest. And others in our industry probably no more than 50. We go up to 60. So we're tackling that reason for declines in the past head on. So that's a big thing. It allows customers to at least it widen the audience for us to be able to prove some of your customers that whose maybe debt's a little high.
Yeah.
And then you go back to, to the credit scores. The great thing about us, as far as what we look at, is as low as 660, and then we go as high as 60% debt to income, which allows us to really broaden that approval
Yeah.
phase.
So as a consumer, I'm thinking, okay, I have a lesser credit score and a higher debt to income ratio that probably will equate to a higher interest rate. Should I wait until all of those things kind of align, or should I purchase now and maybe refinance later? What are your thoughts on that?
It's buy now, and let me tell you why. I love it when a customer tells me, "Man, I don't know if maybe I should wait." And I'm thinking, well, let's talk about this. I say, you want the pool that you want today, correct? Yes. At this price, yes. Okay. If you wait, what is guaranteed year over year? Inflation.
Mhm.
You can get a pool for the same price next year, but it's gonna be less pool.
For sure.
You're not gonna get the pool that you're looking for. You fell in love today, and you know here at Regal Pools, you build those oases in the backyard, and they love it. So, are we saying we're gonna wait a year, hoping that the rate might go down by a quarter point, which equals to maybe like a Happy Meal or a Starbucks? Like it does. And so when you explain it that way, they're like, "Wow, I didn't think about that."
Mhm.
And that's the thing we wanna do as designers or as finance people is give the customer things to think about that they haven't thought in the past.
Yeah.
And this is one of those, is being able to explain to them, "Buy today." Because guess what? Today, this Regal pool, let's say it's $80,000, $90,000. Yes, your rate might be a little where you might think is a little high, but it's because of your credit score. Here's what we're gonna do. Buy the pool today because that pool will probably be about 5% more next year.
Mhm.
But in the meantime, you work on your credit score in the next 12, 18 months. And then about a year and a half, now that you bought your pool, go out and finance it with the home equity, pay this off. And guess what? Because you did that, now you got what you needed. But the great thing, Sierra, is you got your pool that you wanted today,
Right.
not what you had to get
You
down
didn't
the
have to
road.
settle.
So it's either because what you can get today versus what you had to settle with.
Mhm.
And that's the thing we teach and talk to the customers. And when we talk to them and explain the whys and how you can achieve what you want to, then they get back and then the light turns on. It's like, oh yeah, yeah, let's talk about now.
Yeah.
So it's really explaining the whys and how to do that.
Right. And if they buy now, they get more pool now than they would next year.
Yeah,
They may pay a higher interest rate today, but they can refinance
well,
it.
but here's the great thing about that. The great thing about Lion is when they talk to me about, let's say, quote unquote, the higher rate, the myth. Well, this is why we offer a loan of 30 years. Uh, for the next year and a half, take that 30-year note. That's going to be about $75 to $100 less a month compared to a 20-year note that
Mm,
others offer. No one else offers 30. We do that today. You get the pool that you want, refinance, and not refinance, but take another loan now, pay this off, and you're getting the pool that you want.
right.
And what we have to do is help them understand the reason why they're getting the rate today, which is the history of this. But work on this, and then you'll be able to get the payment that you were thinking about in a couple of years. But buy the pool today, because the rate might go down a quarter point,
Okay.
maybe a half a point into the year. So you're gonna wait 18 months, a year, to save $5 to $10 a
A month.
month, whereas maybe this pool that you want today and you get it in a year and a half, it's gonna probably be another $100 a month more because of the price. So
Right.
that's what we gotta do is make them understand why today.
Yeah.
And when we do that, I can tell you this, when customers call me and they say, "Hey, you know what? I'm thinking about waiting," I would say about 90% of the time, they're buying today
Mm,
because we're able to explain the whys. So
right.
it's kinda cool.
So what are the fees associated with Lions Financial?
So the great thing about Lion is we're a fixed rate fee, and let me tell you what that means. We charge 17.50 per loan. It's a project management fee, but it's flat rate, meaning it doesn't matter if it's 100,000, 200,000, it's the same fee. Others charge up to 4 to 8% of the loan amount. So that 100,000 could be $4 to $8,000, or if it's 200,000, $8 to $16,000.
Okay.
We charge 17.50. Now, if you're military, that drops down to $1,000.
Oh, wow.
So we take a military discount on that part.
Wow. That's a
Now,
huge discount.
the great thing too is right now, currently, we do have certain programs where the customer might not even charge a fee up to $100,000.
Okay.
So we have, it's probably new to you today.
That
So
I did not net that.
so we have a partner that as of right now, up to $100,000, we're able, up to 20 years, we're able to, there's no fee currently right now with the customers.
And
And
that's I mean,
yeah,
no other bank is doing that,
no bank or,
absolutely.
and no,
And
their
there's also
lender.
closing costs too when you're doing secured loans,
Yeah.
so it's the fees are way up there.
Well, and the great thing to the customer is if they are charged a fee, we provide it into the loan, roll it into the loan, so it helps them out. So
Okay.
really, there's no out-of-pocket fee at all, um, and they have the ability to be able to say, "Hey, you know what? We do want 30 years. Okay, this is what can be. You know what? I want that 100,000. I'll go ahead and pay it and pay in cash, and okay, here you go, no fee, things like that." So that's the great thing about Lion. We've been around for so long. We have lenders for everybody and different types of products. We're not one way or two way. It's just, I mean, we have multiple solutions for clients.
I love that. I did wanna touch on have is there a trend where, homeowners come to you to get pre-approved to know how much they can afford in their backyard? Or are you seeing the opposite where they're coming kind of after the fact, or and what would you recommend?
So yes, we are getting customers to get pre-approved, and that isn't the thing I do recommend. Get it pre-approved before you go or before you know, because a couple of things. One, it allows the client to know, okay, this is going to be my budget. They might
Right.
think coming in I can only afford this much, but when they get pre-approved, they can actually afford a little bit more. Because the customer's mindset is they're looking at the big dollar.
Mhm.
They're thinking, man, I can only afford $90,000.
Yes.
But once they apply and get pre-approved and realize, well, the monthly payment really is only $750. Well, I can probably do another $100.
Mhm.
Okay, so that 90 turns into 100,
Right.
105,000, and that's what that does. Two, what that does too is it allows them to know going into to coming to you, they already know they got pre-approved, they already know how much I can afford, and they'll advise you as a designer, say, "Hey, look, you know what? I'm looking for no more than $110,000."
Yes. And
And as
that's
a
just
designer, okay, you already know that's probably about a 30 by 15 pool with about 500 square foot. You know that part. So it really helps out a lot. And if there's one thing I do stress to the clients and to the customers is really go out and get pre-approved. That way it makes the buying process and design process a little bit less stressful and more fun, more enjoyable.
for sure.
Because buying the pool is a great experience. And sometimes the client might get stressed because they wait. But if they go ahead and do it first, that's one thing out of the don't have to do, and they can enjoy that experience with the designers.
And how can they get pre-approved with Lions?
So the best thing to do is it's go to your website. On your website, you have the finance page and you have Lion Financial on there. The best way is just go on there, click on it, and apply now. The great thing is our team will contact and reach the customers within 24 business hours, usually the same day. If you call me, within an hour, we can get to talk to the customer. But the great thing is within 24 hours, they have a pre-approval. It's not a pre-qualification or maybe.
Right.
You're actually pre-approved. And then after that, they just submit certain documents. And then usually right now within 9 to 2.5 weeks, they're already getting funded.
I was going to say we have a customer, he signed a contract 2 weeks ago, and he's already
Yeah.
we got the clear to start today.
To start, there you go.
Mhm.
But that new program we have though, we provide the cash directly to the customer, and it's been averaging about 9 days that they get the funds.
Yeah.
So they get the funds, boom, there you go. And
Yep,
it's
and
it's
then
like,
you pay your contractor and
and you're done.
yeah. And when do they, start paying, towards their pool?
Usually it's about 30 to 45 days once they get funded. So with you, it'll be that first excavation or the first time you receive your funds. If they get the cash directly to them, it's about 30 to 45 days after it's deposited in the accounts.
It's like buying a car.
It's very, and it's that simple.
Yeah. Love
And
it.
actually in today's environment, it's probably about the same monthly payment as a car.
It is. Yeah.
And that's what I've noticed too as well. But yeah, customers like that. They like our fast approval process. We have a team, just so you know, of 115 plus back in Charlotte, North Carolina. And the reason I bring that up is we have an office of staff that's been around on the average 10 to 12 years. That means they know what they're doing, how quickly they can move. We have a marketing team. We have the in-house team in the back that underwriters. We have all those there. But because we have that many in one spot, we're able to do a lot of these things a lot faster. I know others tend to have different people at different locations or working from home. No, we have one central location.
I do have to say your process is, quite fast
Yeah.
in comparison to
Well,
the
but the great thing is if you need anything, you can call me.
Yeah.
Your designers, they'll reach out quickly. And the great thing is being Regal Pools, one of the main ones out in the nation, not just in Houston, in the nation. You're an elite member of our financial team, and because what that means is you have.
prioritize our customers. That's what
Well, and you're my customer though, so I prioritize you as my customer, and I prioritize the clients too as well, and
right.
and that's the way we all think though. Is in the back office. I'm very proud of them because I can pick up the phone like you pick up the phone, and I'll give them
Right.
a call, and they'll answer a question quickly.
We have resolved a lot of issues very fast with
Yeah,
you.
and I just like I was driving up, and I say, "Hey, I'm walking into Regal Pools. Be on standby." They're all on standby in case I need to ask a question or get an answer. But that's what we do, and especially for teams like yours out here.
Yeah. Well, I wanna thank you for coming in.
Well, it's exciting. I enjoy talking to you. I enjoy talking to the team, and I can tell you this: if your clients are come to Lion Financial, we treat everybody the same. For me itself, the client experience is very important because we are an extension of you. If you refer to us, we take that to heart and know that we're going to make sure and ensure that they are taken care of in more ways than one, as well as your team here too as well.
Yeah. Well, thank you for that, Joe.